It was a dull day, and Millie's owners had left the house and gone to work. Millie Dog was bored, and she sat in the garden. "I'm really bored," she said. "Everyone else is off doing stuff, and I'm not. I'm not doing anything. They leave me here on my own. I don't know what they think I'll do with myself." There was a fluttering, flappy sound. Millie's ears pricked up. "Hello," said a rough, kindly voice. The dragon had landed only a few feet away. It was huge and very red. In all her life, 3 years, 2 months, 9 days, Millie had never seen such a huge red dragon. She sat up. "My, you're awfully big," said Millie. The dragon took a moment to reply. "I'm a dragon," he said eventually. "You're awfully red," said Millie. "What is this? Goldilocks?" he said. "Look here, Mr. Dog," said the dragon. "I'm a big, red dragon. I'm big and I'm red. I was born this way. Get used to it. I'm not going to change. I'm not magic or anything. If you're after magic, you've come to the wrong dragon." Millie Dog harumphed. "Actually, I didn't come to you at all. You came to me, remember? And I'm a miss, not a mister, if you don't mind." The dragon looked slightly embarrassed. He whistled, and some smoke wafted up and out of his nose. "Miss Dog, ah yes. No, I don't mind," he said. "And yes, I did come to you, didn't I? I was flying past, and I saw you, and you looked so bored, I just had to stop and say hello. I'm Peny, by the way." "Peny? Is that like the mountain?" The red dragon nodded. "Yes, you're quite right," said Millie. "I was bored. My owners have gone out to work and left me. I've got a dog flap, and they leave me water and stuff, and there's my garden, but it's not exactly exciting, is it? I'm Millie, by the way. Nice to meet you." Millie Dog and Peny shook claws and paws. "You need to get out more," said the dragon. "Climb on my back." "Climb on your back? Are you mad?" said Millie. "Just get on," said Peny. "You're perfectly safe. I'm a frequent flyer." Millie Dog climbed up onto Peny's back and settled herself down. She'd not sat on a dragon before. "Hang on tight," said Peny, and the red dragon stumbled down the garden path, knocking over a row of gnomes, a spade, a fork, and a plastic flamingo. He leapt to one side, slid on some slime, crashed into a bush, and catapulted up into the air. Peny flew high above the trees, over Kensington Church, past the castle, over the cathedral, down the promenade following the river, under the bridge, over Newton's farm, and across the dual carriageway. Soon they were out of town, rising over the fields and up into the mountains. "Bored now?" asked the dragon. But Millie couldn't answer. The wind was pushing back her ears, and her eyes were watering. She had never flown this high before. In fact, she'd never flown at all. It was the most exciting thing she had ever done. The dragon threw his wings back, pitched his talons forward, tipped his body back, and hovered in mid-air. They landed on top of the mountain in soft moss, 2,000 feet above the town. Millie stepped down from Peny's scaly back. "I'm hungry," she said. Peny, the red dragon, reached into a gorse bush and pulled out a rucksack. "Marshmallows," he said. It was Millie's job to spear the marshmallows with a stick and hold them up in the air. The dragon's job was to breathe fire on them. They tasted fantastic. "I was wondering," said Peny, "do you like reggae?" "I'm not sure I know what that is," said Millie. "It's music. I'll play some." Peny put on some reggae and they danced in the moonlight. The air turned cold and it started to snow. "I'm freezing," said Millie Dog. "It's been nice coming up your mountain and everything, and the marshmallows were delicious. But now I need to get home. My owners will be home soon." The dragon shook his head slowly. "I'm afraid I can't fly in this much snow," he said. "My wings will clog up and freeze, and will crash and end up in the river." "But I have to be home," shivered Millie. Peny walked over to some trees. He pulled two up out of the ground with his mighty claws and stripped the branches off them. "These will do," he said. Millie sat on the dragon's back and held on tight. The mountain was steep and the snow was turning to ice. They sped down the slope, and once again Millie felt the wind on her face. Peny and Millie flew over the river, and the dragon dropped the skis. Millie's dog's garden was not quite as she'd left it. Now the lawn had a fine dusting of snow, and her water bowl had a thin layer of ice. Peny the dragon landed slowly by the bird bath. A light came on in the house. "My owners," said Millie the dog. "They've come home." "So have you," said Peny. "I am home," said Millie. "Yes, come and meet my owners." But when she turned around, the red dragon had gone. "Bye-bye," she whispered. "Thanks for the ride. Come back soon, Peny."